TeD has semi-retired for a while, but he's still a streamer, he's still a tournament organizer, he's still an entertainer, but we don't really see him in top tournaments, pro tournaments anymore, basically ever. But here he makes his return in this tourney, which is really cool. And yeah, he was the most legendary, the best undead in the world for a long, long time. What he showed the world was the first time how to really play undead well. Of course, there were other strong undead players back then, like Rain and Sweet and Happy also already back then, Chehi, a couple of others. But TeD was the big one that seemed to bring the undead play to the next level. Before 1-0 took it further, and Happy took it further beyond that. And he's also known for strategic mastery, for being a very cerebral player, unlike most other undeads. And look at what he's starting with here. He's placing an aggressive Necropolis. Ooh, bit of a lag on the stream there. But it's not gonna finish. LawLiet gonna be able to cancel this one, and it's quite a few resources lost for TeD, but I guess he's fine with this. Seems like his priority was to stop the Keeper from creeping early, and then to start harassing with the DK, which is kind of cool. But it also means that he's stuck on 20 supply for a long time, because of course the Ziggurat, the second one, takes quite some time to finish. LawLiet returning the favor, making an Ancient of War across the map. And that one is not so easy to deal with. There's no ghouls in the main right now. LawLiet himself, a jokester, oftentimes a trickster, and he enjoys these weird, wacky games where he can be a little cheeky. So normally you need at least 2, probably more like 3 ghouls to deal with an Ancient of War. TeD pulls back 1 ghoul, and it's gonna have very low lumber in what is already a weird game. We are venturing into unknown territory, into uncharted waters here, my friends. This is gonna be a wacky game, probably. Alright, 3 ghouls now there, should be able to deal with this Ancient of War. Probably doesn't want to let it finish. It's so low HP already. You can try to eat trees and stuff and be annoying, but no, he's gonna cancel. It's probably the wise choice. So, a few resources lost on both sides with the ghouls here. Not able to harvest lumber in the meantime. Coil misses, and the experience is starting to look worrisome. DK, 0 XP, and the Keeper's about to get level 2 here. Oh, that coil does land though. Very last second, LawLiet almost getting that last hit. One more trapper, the one that is there, and level 2 will be his. But I think this one LawLiet will pay closer attention to and make sure he gets the XP. Sock Puppet playing on LawLiet's account. Bro, for real. I remember back in the day, Sock Puppet would always place this aggressive Ancient of War, eat into the trees, and then be annoying. It was really, really AIDS to play against that stuff. I think he was playing Dark Ranger as well, and then just creep and expand. And did he play Mass Air? I don't even know what he played on tier 2, but yeah. Aggressive Ancient of War. Quite rare to see nowadays. LawLiet now with 6 archers creeping quite nicely. Keeper 2.5 already gonna throw down the Expo. And it's gonna be pretty hard to cancel for TeD. Who's going for a fast tier 3. And the graveyard coming up as well. Oh, and it's gonna be the first big creepjack of the game. LawLiet can certainly easily take out 1 ghoul. Maybe even 2 here. The DK still not level 2. This is a rough game for TeD. Cavern Hero. Is that a Naga? Naga second. Huh. Keeper Naga against Undead is very unusual. Against Human we see it quite a bit. But against Undead normally you want to have a late game powerhouse as your second hero. Either Demon Hunter or Panda. But Naga is not really too strong in the late game, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Mikael, for the raid. Welcome, everyone. So this could be mass air, by the way, for LawLiet. He's got the archer count already. That kind of makes it look like it. 6 archers. And TeD's still struggling with his level 2. Oof. It's a rough game. Keeper now has the level 3 and found the mana stone. Oh my god, that's such a good item. The other items before that weren't so great. With the cloak and the gauntlets and stuff. And with the level 3, the Keeper going into the main, it's going to be some easy Acolyte kills. Tier 3 should be finished in a second though, so this is not supposed to be too expensive. But still, it will cost a good amount of gold. Losing this mining time and having to remake the Acolytes. Keeper does commit the health, the mana stone. That may be a bit of a mistake because the DK and the rest of the army is here now. He's going to get one more Acolyte. But using a mana stone for it. Not sure that was worth it. Gonna be forced to TP out now as well. But the Naga was creeping up a bit in the meantime. Well, not too much though. Okay, but it is lures. Oh, lures and tier 3. Whoa. That's pretty damn greedy by LawLiet. Normally when you expand, you want to stay tier 2 and mass units because a push is pretty likely to come in. So you want to have as many dryads as you can. And the bears just take too long, oftentimes. And the undead will push you before you're ready with enough bears, and then you're gonna die. But here, LawLiet looking very confident. Creeping also in the middle, this is one of the big strengths of this map for Night Elf. When you claim map control with a Keeper, which you very often do with level 2, you can creep the middle easily, or just snipe the item, or creep the whole camp, especially with Ancient of War. And that is gonna have a lot of benefit. Scourge Bone Chimes found by LawLiet. This is going to be great for the bears. Where TeD is still trying to get his level 3. He will get it here. Wand of Mana Stealing is alright. But still only 50 supply. 40 supply, I mean, for TeD. He needs around 50. He needs some destroyers. Mountain Giants. Even with the Scourge Bone Chimes, he's not going bears. Interesting. Maybe LawLiet wants to play the mass orb style. Triple Orb of Venom. And Mountain Giants in front. With a Podum third. Thank you, Modern EW, with a 6-month resub. Dark Ranger third. That's a hero we don't see too much anymore. Oh, Demon Hunter third, by the way. Keeper, Naga, Demon. This is something that LawLiet used to play a lot against Human in the past. It's pretty unusual to see against Undead, but here it is. Alright, Destroyer morphed, Frenzy ready. This is it. We have double shop, by the way, for double orb, so the Keeper has one, and so does the Demon. And the Archers, of course, are gonna die quickly. Mana burn still only level 1, not too impressive. Also, the Demon Hunter is super squishy in this kind of a situation. The Dark Ranger working out well against the Archers, actually. Cold Arrow, or rather Black Arrow, to turn them into skeletons. But LawLiet able to force the TP. The DK was dropping low. Oh, he doesn't have Frost Armor. He's got Dark Ritual. It's pretty questionable, in my opinion.
Player's forces are under attack.
Like, even if it's just there to control the Demon Hunter, it's so strong. But TeD playing it more old school. Dark Ranger and Dark Ritual. It's not like gonna expand again on 50 supply. This would be so greedy. He doesn't quite have the gold at the lumber at the moment. And here come the MGs. Alright, triple orb of Venom Mountain Giants. It's a fun little strategy. Oh, but the shop is gonna get taken out, so no third orb for LawLiet. He's gonna be staying on 2 for the time being. Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter. Oh, wait a minute, he might be dead. But he's got a big heal potion, though. Also got some bonus health items, which is always great on a Demon Hunter. LawLiet is really stretching it with the greed here, though. He's got hardly any units. He's got 2 more MGs in the works. That's gonna take a little while. TeD is running out of mana here, and once there's no more coils and no more novas, LawLiet might be able to pick away at this undead army. And to get this first win, the Orb of Venom is working overtime. TeD is expanding behind it, though. So he's trying to equal up the economy situation. I'm pretty sure LawLiet's going to scout for that at some point. Demon Hunter still low HP, but he's next to the shop. Oh, there's another shop. So there we go. Now we have triple Orb of Venom, which is a ton of damage. Demon Hunter low HP again, but he makes it to the expansion. There's no more Moonwells there, and he heals up nicely. Oh, look at the damage of the DK. Oh my god! Entangle plus Orbs of Venom. Whew. So much DPS. I think TeD doesn't have a TP here, right? So he might be in trouble. Demon Hunter's still only level 2. That's a bit of a problem at the moment for LawLiet. The mana burn is really weak. But he should be able to creep up to 3 in a moment here. Perhaps at the merchant. TeD is running away, waiting for his expansion to finish. It's about to. But especially against MGs, those expansions can fall pretty quickly. Oh, TeD finds a bit of a creep jack here. Could be taking out one Dryad, maybe. Not quite yet. Demon Hunter again feeling the pain. But he's next to the shop. He can go for an invul here easily. And of course, there's staffs. Heal scroll as well. Ooh, the Lich was about to drop. Coil? Oh! LawLiet saw that coil coming. Uses the staff and gets the Demon Hunter back to base. But the expansion is now fully mining for TeD. He's got 60 supply, but LawLiet should be close to 80. Oh yeah, 70. Alright, he's starting to get there. And the Demon Hunter also about to hit level 3. If TeD manages to get to like 4 A-bombs with Disease Cloud, though, that is a strong counter. But we are far from that at the moment. Ziggurat, and with that the tower at the expansion, not gonna come up as it seems. LawLiet, by the way, also no TP here, so especially the Keeper could be a juicy target. But TeD now super low mana, there's not really any nukes he can use. DK in the front taking a lot of damage. Was definitely out of position, shouldn't have moved so far forward. A-bomb gonna get taken out, still no Disease Cloud, so no disease being spread among these units. And the MGs in front tanking excellently. They are of course the best tanks in the game. And the backline provides the DPS. The Demon Hunter finally got level 3. Again in trouble. Is he gonna dodge the coil? Man, nicely done. LawLiet on point with the saves. And is gonna win the first map. GG is called. And LawLiet takes the lead. Of course, LawLiet the favorite here. TeD, as great of a player as he is, and as much of a legend as he was, he's not been part of the professional circuit for a long time. So it's hard to catch up with these young lads. But we'll see how he does on map 2. It was a cute little idea. With the necropolis. But didn't quite do enough. Maybe if TeD had played the more modern style of going DK harass with DK solo, and then ghouls creep in the meantime with backpack. That's something that Happy has been showing a lot, and that seems to be pretty much the best way to deal with the Keeper. DK runs across the map, slows down the Keeper, makes sure that Level 3 isn't acquired too quickly. Maybe can even steal some last hits. And then the ghouls creep the easy camps across the map by themselves. With backpack, they pick up the items, join the DK at some point, and then you also got to make sure that your base defense is on point. You really don't want to lose those acolytes to the keeper. It's of course easy, you know, to lose them. But there's some ways to play around that. For example, go for a narrow tower at the front of your base, which I had been advocating for a long time, and Happy finally started doing it. And Remo felt vindicated. But yeah. LawLiet is also a great player at always adjusting on the fly. He is one of those intuitive, brilliant players who can adjust super well to any weird kind of situation that might be thrown at him. And he likes those weird games oftentimes. Now, he didn't play too crazy. It wasn't like mass chims or anything. But MGs and Triple Orb of Venom, pretty cool, pretty fun strat. Let's see what we get on map number 2. Our battlefield shall be Concealed Hill. TeD in the top right, in the red, in the bottom left, we have LawLiet. And did you catch that build order by TeD? It's a crypt into Ziggurat with a late altar. That usually means Dreadlord. Dreadlord Expo. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty fun. It is hard to do on this map though. This natural is by no means an easy camp. With sleep, it does get easier. But LawLiet will for sure be scouting this. He's got the Keeper, so he's got the perfect hero to harass with. Let's see. Is it the Dreadlord? Hell yeah! Just like I am, also TeD is a big fan of vampires.
Forces are under attack.
Twilight, my favorite movie. Dreadlord. Well, not exactly my favorite hero, but a very cool hero. The night beckons, boys. LawLiet with a Whisk Scout at the perfect timing. Exactly when the hero's supposed to come out. And it's already a bit fishy. LawLiet sees, the altar is still producing. You don't have a hero yet. It's kind of weird, bro. What's going on here?
The player's forces are under attack.
And with that, LawLiet probably gonna run across the map. Also, the fact that the Acolyte is over here and not scouting. It is pretty obvious. And now he knows. Sleep on the Wisp. Alright. Didn't quite get the kill. Oh, he souls the TP and buys the Sacrificial Skull. But he started the tech. He started the tech anyways. Alright, TeD playing this really tricky. He's trying to sell an expansion. And LawLiet falls for it. He stays tier 1. He's going double Ancient of War and Hunter's Hall. Alright, TeD might be winning the mind game here. And so it makes a lot of sense that he killed the Wisp. He wanted to make sure that there's no easy scout follow-up. Question is, how long is LawLiet gonna need to realize what's going on? It's not a disaster if you go into hunts as Night Elf. You can creep up, get level 3, get full map control, and expand behind it. But you're gonna have to go into archers pretty soon, because very likely TeD is gonna go gargoyles on tier 2. It's a cool game. Carson would also enjoy this one. I remember Carson, I think a couple of times by now, has said, it's time for some cheesy undeads again to take the reins. Not just Happy and 120 who always play amazing, yes, but standard. Oh, and LawLiet gonna get surrounded over here. Oh, can he get out? Oh my god, look at the counter surround with the archer. I mean, he's still gonna have to TP, but at least he forced one more sleep. Oh, the detonates! No way! Oh my god, he gets out. What a god gamer. That was so sick. With 2 amazing plays following each other. He needed to get the first counters around with the archer to buy the time for the wisps to arrive. And then he frees himself. Woo! And that is rough. Rough for TeD. He used all of his mana, getting basically nothing. And that is oftentimes the problem with the Dreadlord and almost all undead heroes. There's no way to recover mana early on, so once you run out of mana, you're pretty useless. With the exception of the DK. The DK is always fast, he can get stuff done, and he provides the aura always to the other units. Dreadlord, by the way, not going aura. LawLiet even keeping an Invis Archer in the north to see when the expo is going to be happening. Detonate as well, and oh my god, all the ghouls so hurt. Yikers. Second crypt seems to be a bit late. Oh my god, if this one gets cancelled, that's a disaster. A disaster! It should finish though. Yeah. LawLiet not expanding behind it, which I find kind of surprising. His keeper right now is so strong. Wait a minute. Is he gonna be able to destroy this crypt? He's got level 2 treants. TeD can't even deal with these hunts and treants. He just doesn't have enough damage. He needs to get more Gargs first. But he is getting more Gargs. And I think he should be able to save these crypts.
A town is under siege.
Dreadlord's about to get level 3. So that should for sure be Carrion Swarm level 2. Which is actually pretty good against archers. But LawLiet gonna take the rest of the camp, picks up the item. Claws, +9, not bad. So what's the second hero for LawLiet? If he wants to be cute, he could go Tinker. For cluster rockets.
A player's forces are under attack.
TeD still trying with the expo over here. Alchemist could also be really good. Alchemist for heal spray, I think that's the best thing you can do. Or Panda, of course. Panda always works against ghouls and Gargs. And TeD is not out of this yet. With the Gargs, he crept the Drake super fast. He's gonna get level 4 here, probably. And if the expansion stands and he's going into mass Gargs and he can afford heal scrolls, this could work out. But LawLiet could also just simply counter-expand at this point. He's not doing it, though. LawLiet's just staying on one base. And he wants to pressure, it seems like. Oh, this is a big moment. The Keeper moving into the north again. Does he have enough damage to cancel the Haunted? This is a big deal right now. While the Panda keeps creeping, the Keeper is looking for that cancel. And I think it should be enough. May cost him the TP, though. Oh, is it enough? It might not be. Sleep on the Keeper, that's nice. Narrow finishes, even using the Carrion Swarm. And that was the right choice, because the expansion stands. And also, he's going to be able to force the TP. Well, that's summoning treants again, but it's too late now. And alright, TeD has a lifeline. Get the expo mining. LawLiet now throwing down the tree. That does feel a bit late to me. But better late than never, I guess. Karg's looking to harass the main a bit. That used to be the meta back when TeD was playing. Garg lame all the time. Although I think TeD mostly played Fiends. Gargoyles were never really popular in China.
A player's forces are under attack.
In Europe, though, they certainly were.
Town is under siege.
And with a narrow tower here on Blight and a couple of ghouls coming in, TeD is actually pretty strong in this defensive position. The Gogs are flying in as well. But we do have the Panda. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, big damage against all the gargoyles. One is gonna fall. There's also one of mana stealing, by the way, which is relevant in this Panda versus Dreadlord matchup. Haven't seen a Carrion Swarm yet. There it is! Hadouken! Didn't do that much damage, I think. Oh, no heal scroll on TeD. I think that's a mistake. Once you forced the TP out of the Keeper, it was pretty likely that there was going to be a follow-up attack. I think you should have gone for a heal scroll. They might even be able to hold without that. We'll see. Haunted Goldmine is dropping low, but there is a lot of repair available. He needs to repair, though. He needs to repair, though. TeD. Oh, he's not repairing! Oh, no, he's not repairing! Oh, he lost track. Oh, that was... Dude, if he repairs there and if he holds the Expo, he might be able to win that game. That's a Sag. Of course, lots of things were going on in that fight, and he just didn't realize his Haunted was going down. LawLiet with that now looking in prime position to win this series, our first series of the day. Second series, by the way, will be Chimiko versus Fly, which I'm really looking forward to. Chimiko has been looking amazing recently against Orc. We've been seeing him quite a bit in the ESL Open Cups, facing off against players like Lin and winning. So I think Fly is going to have a tough task today, but we'll see about that later. Dreadlord is level 5. His Carrion Swarm is really strong now. And if he gets to level 6, maybe he can do it. .42 supply for TeD. That is not too much that he has to work with here. And the Panda is looking really strong now. I think he's level 4. It's always a ticking time bomb, this Panda. Normally, Gargs always have a timer on them, because once the Panda is level 5, there is no way you can win with Gargs anymore. It's not level 5 yet, but it's already looking rough. It's gonna be a TP first. Gets one Dryad. And you know, every kill here matters. Every little bit towards level 6 is relevant.
A player's forces are under
But LawLiet very rich now. Can continue to creep at the red. And he's getting closer to that juicy level 5. I mean, still a ways off. But he will get there at some point, I guess. Catgust Pipe. Hells yeah! Don't really need it for the Dryads. There's plenty enough to spell already, but for the Panda and Keeper, very good.
a player's forces are under attack.
Alright, Wisp Hunting. I think that's the best thing you can do. Make a couple of towers, turtle up, hunt down the Wisps, and try to get that level 6. The best thing about the Dreadlord is the ultimate. the Infernal. Not is very cool, it's also very good. Does the Dryad poison damage work on an Infernal? It should, right? Because it's not mechanical. It's magic immune, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, I think it should. So maybe you can actually destroy that Infernal pretty quick with the Dryads. We'll see if we get there.
A player's forces are under attack.
It doesn't get slowed? I think it does. Destroyers also get slowed. So Infernal should also get slowed. Oh, Sapper's coming in. Oh, he took out 2 Ziggurats. And a 3rd one. Some Acolytes going down as well. We finally have a statue for mana sustain. These Treants in the back are some free experience for the Dreadlord, though. And almost level 5. What's the XP for the Dreadlord? He needs level 6. The Observer is keeping us in suspense. Carrion Swarm is okay-ish, I guess, against the Huntresses. Alright, more Treants, more experience. Alright, gets 1 more Huntress. 5.7 on the Dreadlord. He still needs a bit. Fun fact, by the way, about Infernals. Infernals can destroy trees by attacking them. I don't know if it's a one-shot or a two-hit, but Infernal can attack trees and destroy them. That's pretty cool. Isn't the impact of Infernal overrated? Yeah, it's not that good. I think that could also be stronger. It's not much damage, the impact stun, and it's also not a very long stun. But it is very cool how it flies down from the sky. Alright, come on. LawLiet, you have to allow him to get the Infernal. Oh, nice splits on the Gargs. Did you see that? 3 different groups on the Gargs. That was pretty cool. Oh, he's got it! He's got it! Level 6! Let's go, baby. Come on, come on. Boom! There it is. Oh, actually, the stun doesn't do damage against Dryads. The Dryads do get stunned, but they don't take the damage from the landing. Alright. Dreadlord dropping low. He's getting entangled over and over. There's still no dispel against this entangle, which is a bit of a problem. Alright, let's see. Does the Infernal get slowed? Yes, it does. Alright. Honestly, this Infernal is kind of easy to kill. If there's no DK to coil it, this Infernal doesn't look that tanky. Somehow there's an Ancient of War up here. Alright. You know what I think would be cool about chaos damage? Is if it ignored armor. But here goes the Dreadlord. He will be remembered. Oh, the Panda's coming back in. He's got full mana. Well, not quite. And GG is called. And that is the 2-0 for LawLiet. TeD with a good appearance, with some fun strategies, with some cute ideas. But LawLiet just too solid. LawLiet is so, like, cheese-proof as well. He always scouts really well. He always reacts really, really well. That was just very well done by LawLiet. TeD is not out of this tournament yet. He's going to have another chance in the lower bracket, where he's going to be facing either Fly or Chemical. Let's take a look at the groups, shall we? We haven't done that yet today. It's the 4th day of Smile Cup, the 4th and final group before we move into the playoffs tomorrow. And this is what it looks like. Group A had 1-0 and Lin advancing. Group B, we saw Focus and Moon. Group C, it was Sock and Colorful. So it's pretty much been the favorites prevailing, struggling at times, with Linguagua getting close, with Kaho getting kind of close. But the favorites do make it out in the end. In Group D, it's hard to tell who the two favorites are. I would say LawLiet, Chimico, and Fly on very level playing field. I haven't seen Fly in a while. He seems to have been not too active. Maybe that means he's not in as good of a shape as the other two Koreans. But we'll see about that. In fact, we're going to see their match next, of course. Chimico versus Fly in the next best of 3 in a matchup that is very interesting. Orc versus Human. It's been getting dissected, especially from the human side, for a couple of months now. The Farseer Headhunters really flipped that matchup on its head and made things for the humans quite difficult. But the top humans out there have found answers and have found ways to play against it with outstanding and very careful, very cautious play. And I think Chimico, I think he's the best human versus orc player in the world right now. Fly, historically, has always struggled a bit in this matchup. Whereas against Night Elf and Undead, usually, he's really, really good. But how this exactly is shaping up now, we'll see. We're going to have a short break here for a couple of minutes, and then we will return with Fly versus Chimico. See you in a bit. as much as I hate to interrupt the wonderful Breath of the Wild soundtrack, I fear we must, because it was only a very short break. I was kind of surprised. We're jumping into the next game already. Fly versus Chimiko. Best of 3. It's gonna start now.